من نباتها وبركاتها من يوم خلقت الدنيا إلى يوم القيامة كل يوم 1000 مرة. اللهم وصل على سيدنا محمد عدد ما خلق من الجن والإنس والشياطين وما أنت خالقه منهم إلى يوم القيامة في كل يوم 1000 مرة. اللهم وصل على سيدنا محمد عدد كل شعرة في أبدانهم وفي وجوههم وعلى رؤوسهم منذ خلقت الدنيا إلى يوم القيامة في كل يوم 1000 مرة. اللهم وصل على سيدنا محمد عدد خفقان الطير وطيران.
الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله. حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح. الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله.
الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على رسولنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. نحمد الله تعالى ونستغفره ونشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له نشهد أن سيدنا محمدا عبده وحبيبه ورسوله صلى الله عليه وعلى آله وأزواجه وأصحابه تابعين خلفاء الراشدين المهديين من بعده وزرع المعتي على التحقيق خصوصا منه على أمة خلفاء رسول الله إلى التحقيق أمراء المؤمنين حضرة أبو بكر وعمر عثمان وعلي وعلى بقية الصحابة التابعين رضوان الله تعالى عليهم أجمعين. يا أيها المؤمنون الحاذرون اتقوا الله تعالى واتقوا إنما الذين اتقوا الذين هم محسنون. الحمد لله رب العالمين وأفضل الصلاة وأتم التسليم على سيدنا ومولانا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. All praises are due to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He is the first, He is the last, He is the manifest, He is the hidden, and He has knowledge over all things. And all peace and blessings be upon His beloved messenger, the Imam of the prophets, the seal of the messengers, Sayyidina Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam, and upon his family and his companions, and all those who follow them until the last day. Ayyuhal mu'minun, O you who believe, obey Allah, obey His messenger, and obey your rightly guided leaders. O you who believe, obey the words of your Lord in the Holy Quran when He says, Jalla wa ala, O you who believe, fear Allah as He should be feared, and do not die except in a state of Islam. When the Holy Prophet ﷺ said, the beginning of all knowledge is the fear of Allah. Mankind today, 21st century man, they have lost the fear of Allah. The children of Adam today walk arrogantly on the earth, doing every kind of evil and sin without even stopping for one moment to think that their Lord is aware of what they do. 21st century mankind have lost their shame before their Lord, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And they are fitting into the hadith of the Holy Prophet ﷺ when he said, if you have no shame, then do as you wish. And the 21st century mankind has lost the fear of Allah. They've lost the shame. and they have become like wild animals. And today, the people of the 21st century, they are busy in one of the worst sins in the sight of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that they are not guarding their tongues. The 21st century man uses his tongue and speak whatever he wants, whenever he wants. But the tongue, it is the most dangerous organ in the body. The Holy Prophet ﷺ, once he held his tongue between his fingers, and then he said, restrain this, control this. The Sahaba Kiram said, Ya Rasulullah ﷺ, are we going to be responsible for what we say? He said, may your mother be bereft by your lost. Is there anything more than the harvest of the tongues that throws people on their faces into the fire? And Hazrat Abu Hurairah radiallahu anh, he said, the Holy Prophet ﷺ said, the servant, he speaks the words and he does not realize their consequences. And because of them, he is sent down into the depths of the fire, further than the distance between east and west. So this tongue, yes, it is a danger to us. And the fear of Allah makes a man to guard his tongue. Even the other body parts, they are afraid of the damage that can be done by the tongue. Holy Prophet ﷺ said, when the son of Adam gets up in the morning, all parts of his body, they will deny the tongue, saying, fear Allah regarding us, we follow you. If you are right, we will also be right. And if you go astray, we shall also go astray. And the Sahaba Kiram, the best humans to ever walk on the face of the earth after the prophets, they were afraid of their tongues. And they were guarding their tongues. Hazrat Umar al-Faruq is warning about the danger of the tongue. He said, a person who talks too much is a person who often makes mistakes. And someone who often makes mistakes, he will have many wrong actions. And the fire has a priority over such a frequent sinner. And Hazrat Abdullah ibn Masud radiallahu anh, one of the most knowledgeable companions of the Holy Prophet ﷺ, he said, by Allah, besides whom no God exists, nothing deserves a long prison sentence more than my tongue. And Shah Mazdan, Hazrat Ali Karamallah Wajha said, the tongue is like a wild beast. If you let it loose, it will eat you, it will devour you, it will destroy you. And the tongue, when it is used by the man who speaks with no permission, it brings a man to the hellfire. The tongue, it can be used to lie. The tongue, it can be used to backbite. The tongue, it can be used to break another person's heart. The tongue, it can be used to fight. The tongue, it can be used to break promises. The tongue, it can be used to make fitna. And the tongue can bring an end to empires. So the man who does not know how to use his tongue, such a man can be taken into the fire. And this warning is to men and to women, because the women especially come so many times to destruction because of their tongues. Once two women who were fasting came to the Holy Prophet ﷺ, and they said they were dying of thirst, and they asked permission to break their fast. They looked like they were about to die. Holy Prophet ﷺ told someone to bring a bowl. He then told those women to throw up into the bowl. And into that bowl, they vomited blood, pus, and pieces of flesh. After the bowl was filled, Holy Prophet ﷺ said, these two, they have fasted from what Allah has made halal for them, and they have broken their fast by eating what is haram. They spent their fast eating the flesh of others, meaning backbiting. O believers, understand now the evil of the tongue and the danger that it places the believer in. If we do not know how to use the tongue, we will be in very big trouble. If you don't know how to speak, what to speak, if you do not have the permission to speak, stay silent. There are those in this world who have the permission to speak, and they use their tongues for the sake of haqq. The awliya Allah, they speak only the truth. When they speak the words of the Holy Prophet ﷺ and the grand shaykhs, they come out from their tongues. As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says about such people in the Holy Quran, who is better in speech than one who calls men to Allah and they work good deeds and they say, I'm one of those who are Muslims. Unless you have permission to speak, unless your words are blessed by those with permission, we should stay silent. As our Shaykh is saying, silence is the best policy. And for the one who keeps silent, there is a great reward. As they say, the speech, it is silver, but the silence, it is golden. Holy Prophet ﷺ said, whoever can guarantee and guard and control what is between his jaws and what is between his legs, I guarantee him the gardens of paradise. As our Shaykh, Sahib al-Sayyid, Shaykh Abdulkerim Rabbani said, silence, it is a protection for you. In this time, in this end of times, we must seek to be under the protection of the Holy Prophet ﷺ and the awliya Allah. Obey the order of the Prophet ﷺ when he says, either speak that which will give benefit to you and to others, or else keep silent. Astaghfirullah, 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 lazim alazi, la ilaha illa wal hayyul qayyum wa atubu ilayh. لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له له الملك وله الحمد يحيي على كل شيء قدير لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له له الملك وله الحمد يحيي على كل شيء قدير لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له له الملك وله الحمد يحيي على كل شيء قدير لا إله إلا أنت سبحانك كنت من الظالمين لا إله إلا أنت سبحانك كنت من الظالمين لا إله إلا أنت سبحانك كنت من الظالمين صبح قدوس ربنا رب الملائكة والروح صبح قدوس ربنا رب الملائكة والروح صبح قدوس ربنا رب الملائكة والروح إن دين إن الله الإسلام اللهم صل
الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة